Okay, welcome back to another video today, YouTube. And in today's video, I've been kind of wanting to put a little bit more about my photography more so on YouTube, as it is such a huge and important part of my life. So I kind of want to show you guys some of the shots that I've taken, kind of talk a little bit about them and the process switching over from digital to film and how that's been for me. Before we get this video started, I do ask that you guys please press that subscribe button. And I'm a photographer in training always. I feel like every photographer should be. So if you have any tips, any advice, any opinions, please leave them down in the comments below. About a few months ago, I want to say maybe about 3 months ago, I kind of felt like I was at this halt with creating with my digital camera, and it just didn't really seem as exciting. And I've been wanting to dive into a lot more other things, and so I decided that I wanted to start shooting with film. So what I felt like was the right camera for me, stumbled across a Mamiya 645, and I felt like that was the camera with the experience that I've had in photography so far that would have been great for me. So I decided to invest in that, and it's honestly been the best decision that I've ever made. Taking film, of course, can be extremely expensive, but there's really nothing like it. I don't think I can ever compare my digital photos to my film photos, just because like your film photos have so much character, they have so much life, and it's just honestly been a really good journey for me. I kind of want to take you guys on the first shoot that I ever did. So it was my buddy Mike. He agreed to do this shoot with me. Literally at the last minute. I just got in the camera and I just wanted to try it out so bad. And so what I felt like was a very successful shoot, after scanning it on my own the first time, it honestly looked really bad to me. And it was a good first timer, but I just felt like something was missing. So I had to invest in some time in learning how to scan better and the right programs to use. Immediately noticed a difference after I started using a different program, and I felt like this picture came out a lot more. So that was already the first challenge, not knowing how to scan them after taking the right picture. With film though, I genuinely do believe you get better through time, because you're a lot more focused, you're more locked in the game when you're taking these photos. After these photos with Mike, I decided to start shooting some of my friends. And so with one of my friends, I kind of wanted like a weekend album type of cover look. I kind of wanted something that's just a little bit more mysterious. And so we actually found this wall, and even though it's just a plain white wall, it was toward the end of the day, and I thought this just really captivated what I wanted to show. And definitely just really taking advantage of the lighting and the time, and just feeling that it was going to be as good as it was. And when I was able to develop and scan these, I was super impressed with how they ended up coming out. And then one of my friends came in town, and we kind of went over to East Atlanta, kind of like this little area that had like a bunch of drawings on the wall, which if you've ever been near East Atlanta, it's literally everywhere, like a bunch of graffiti, a bunch of nice drawings and stuff like, a bunch of nice art. So we saw that, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is it. And then even when we went over to another street, just the street sign and him, and just the difference between it just, honestly, I felt like it just looked really good. And so I really enjoyed taking those photos. So, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm shooting all of these photos using Portra 400, and it hasn't done me any wrong. Before I start experimenting with some other ones, I definitely want to get really good with it, but Portra 400 is the go-to for now. But when I came back to Tallahassee, one of my friends, he was getting ready to drop some of his music, and so we wanted to kind of do a shoot to just have some photos to drop along with that. And that was really exciting, because we didn't really have any vision. We were just like, parking garage. We want something sort of city. And if you've ever been to Tallahassee, it's not really like your New York City. It doesn't look like your downtown Chicago or anything like that. So we had to kind of improvise, and I think these pictures ended up coming out really good. And I feel like you can kind of feel the emotion in the photos, and that's just such a beautiful thing that you can experience when it comes to taking photos with medium format. And afterwards, he came up to Atlanta, and so we decided to take advantage of the views and taking pictures on some rooftops. And I felt like that really showed a little bit more of what we were trying to do, and just the difference between the lighting outside and in his clothes, that bright red. And I just felt like it was just such a good opportunity to take advantage of. And then I stumbled across another problem. And you would think, you know, I've been taking pictures for a while, so I have a good understanding of aperture, ISO, you know, just literally just about everything on the camera. I'm no expert, but you know, I obviously do my research. And I noticed that my camera was taking like a bunch of pictures like really slowly, and I don't know, but for some reason I just couldn't figure it out. And you know, kind of messed up on some of these shots that I was trying to do for like one of my friend's clothing brands, and I felt like they would have been amazing had it not been this. It still looks really good to an extent, but it's not what I wanted it to come out to be. And it was literally a simple aperture fix. I definitely figured that out after wasting almost the entire roll, and brought that back down to 2.8. And you could see with my other friend, those shots look a lot cleaner with her, and you know, you're able to really get the idea that I'm trying to portray out. You know, you see a little bit more of that rough aesthetic with the clothing brand. But then some of my friends came up to visit me, and so we went to a vineyard, and I probably took, if not arguably, probably my most loved, I literally love this photo. It's probably my favorite photo that I've ever taken on film, and it's one of my friends literally drinking wine, you know, on the vineyard. But I just feel like this photo itself literally describes why people shoot and film. Like, it just has so much character. You can see the emotion. The colors just look so beautiful. That amazing separation with the green and the blues. Like, it's just honestly unmatched. And even the, you know, the group pictures that I've taken of my friends, it looks absolutely amazing. And those pictures in itself tell you why you should shoot and film, and why I've been loving this experience so far. And then I wanted to really just check out the versatility of the Mamiya 645. And so a few of my friends and I, we went on a hike, and you know, kind of taking it out for those naturey shots, and man, did it really do well. Like, these look absolutely amazing in my opinion. I felt like it kind of gave it that old 1980s, you know, forest movie feel, but at the same time, like, you were really able to see, you know, like the character and the emotion and the people in the photos. And I felt like that was just absolutely amazing to experience. But those are just a few of the pictures that I've taken with the Mamiya 645 using Portra 400 so far. You know, I really want to get into this. I'm thinking about doing one where I'm like, you know, driving around Atlanta, kind of showing you guys a little bit more about Atlanta, but on film, and letting the film photos tell you the story itself. And I think that'll just be really nice to see how it does. Besides that, I develop all these photos on myself. I scan these photos all by myself. So there's obviously going to be some imperfections within them. And so, you know, you learn to love it as you go on. And I've definitely been learning to love the process of taking the photo, but also the process of bringing that photo to life, and then, you know, making it into something that people enjoy seeing. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, I'd be more happy to, you know, do them. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should shoot or what you would like to see me shooting, please let me know. I know that this one was a little bit more of me talking about the photos, but I really wanted to kind of give you guys a review of what some of the photos look like on the Mamiya 645 using Portra 400. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next one, peace.